Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee. We are getting a late start due to weather, and we might have some issues with that weather once we get started. But we will attempt to get this one in against the Fulton Railroaders. That's the fourth time that we've taken on the Roaders already. And it might actually be the fifth. I may have miscounted. See if I can get to our schedule. Had a doubleheader on Monday against the Roaders back on a week ago. Both games 8-5. The Roaders took game one, and Full Count took game two that ended a 5-game losing streak. Fulton came in here on last Friday, the 19th, and Full Count put the whooping on them, 16-3 in 7 innings. And Fulton tonight, and we won't play the Roaders again until July 4th. And that will be a single game in between two doubleheaders, one on Friday and one on Sunday. Paducah Chiefs will host the Rhythm for a doubleheader on Friday. Actually, that'll be the finish of the suspended game, the start of the season. And then Fulton, one game at Fulton, and then go at Hopkinsville to take on the Hoptown Hoppers, 2 7-inning contests. So 3 straight away games, 5 games scheduled, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And after taking on Fulton tonight, an off day tomorrow, and then it's going to be Henderson away, Madisonville at home, Madisonville away, then Henderson back at home to finish out the week before another off day on Sunday. This is Tim Reese. I'm glad to be back with you after laying out yesterday. Did not travel to Madisonville. Watched the game on Madisonville's YouTube channel. Boyce Tate handled the broadcast. They have one camera, and this is the first year that they've had a video stream, which I was very happy to see. But always like to be with you to be able to give you the particulars as it relates to Full Count Rhythm activities. And yesterday the Rhythm put the slap down on Madisonville, an 18-6 victory. That's another mercy rule game. Full Count scored the most runs of any team in the league this year, and they actually have the top 3, a couple of 16-3 wins and an 18-6 victory over Madisonville last night to move their record to 9-9. Fulton comes in with a 5-13 record, and they are in 5th place out of the 6 teams. Full Count tied with Paducah at 9 up, 9 down. Henderson leading the conference with a 14-5 record, and they have not lost since defeating Full Count back on Wednesday, June 10th. They have won 10 straight games. They are on fire. Hoptown was their latest victim last night up at Hoptown. Of course, Hoptown, the last game that I broadcasted, had a 3-run bottom of the 9th to snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat against Full Count. Thankfully not too much of a demoralizing loss, as they were able to come back and get the victory at Madisonville. Lately, the last couple of years, Full Count has been playing well at Madisonville. Again, we do have some rain in the area, as you see the umpires meeting at home plate with our head coaches. It's Josh Carman coming into view. J.D. Willis with his slow walk as he'll come to the plate. So let's take our first commercial, and we'll be back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. You're watching and listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Let's get to our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. Our title sponsor, Todd and Linda Hunley, for at least the third year, but I know he's been part of Full Count Ministries much longer than that. Appreciate Todd and Linda and their support of Full Count Ministry and the Full Count Rhythm. Leading off for the Rotors, there's shortstop Thomas Kuhn. Batting second, playing second, is Owen Phillips. Batting third is Nick Causey, and he's going to bat third. There's no number for a DH. He's going to hit the cleanup spot, Zaid Diaz. A new player for the Rotors. Don't think we've seen him yet. Ellis Hurt is in left field, batting fifth. Jacob Lott out in right field hits sixth. Benny Kaufman, Bennett Kaufman. Heard him called three different names since about March. Playing first base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is the catcher Caleb Warren. We think he's wearing the number 9 tonight. Matt Herlick is the center fielder, hitting ninth. And on the mound for the Rotors, fresh off of his vacay, is Brady Davis, the Clarksville native from Clarksville High School, 5'11", 165, soaking wet. And he's a right-hander, the son of Rodney and Ryan Davis, brother to Faith. He's the grandson of a grandpa in Clarksville, as well as Grammy in Clarksville. They might be listening tonight, as he has finished his time at Volunteer State Community College and moving on. I don't know that he has publicized where he's going. I've heard where he's going, but I don't want to put it out there yet until he gives me the go-ahead. I've been broadcasting Brady Davis for the last couple of years, but we'll get to the starting lineup for the Rhythm after the break for our prayer delivered by Chris Freeman and our national anthem. So we'll take a break and be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Chris Freeman says, play ball. Good seats still available down here at Drakes Creek Field number 3. late arriving crowd due to the rain that's coming in. I see Grant Edwards. He's made an appearance, the vice president of Full Count Ministries Board. David Drennan, one of the mentors, is back again in attendance. Get to chat with him a little bit. As the folks clad in red, white pants will take the field. Give you that starting lineup brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Ryla Moses going to lead off, play center field. Kason Hill is batting second. Playing second, Bryson Hamilton behind the plate hits third. Edward McLeod back out at first base in the cleanup spot. Charlie Bozeman batting fifth, playing left field. Nathan Rowland in right field, hitting sixth. Jay Fuller, the DH, batting seventh. The 8-hole hitter is Cam Suggs. He's going to play third base. And he's right next to Landon Rogers, the shortstop, who bats ninth. And on the mound, big Trent Miller from Greenbrier, Tennessee, getting his second start. 6'4", 230 lbs. He's a rising redshirt junior, headed somewhere after a couple of years at Volunteer State. He's the son of Bill and Treva Miller, the little brother to Presley and Kendall. He's got a nanny in Kingston Springs, Tennessee. And Trent, on for his fourth appearance of the year, does not have a decision. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, but they are not earned. 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, a 0.0 ERA. As Trent, his last appearance was a start on Tuesday night, 6 days ago, and he started that game against the Madisonville Miners that actually did not adequately or technically conclude, but it ended after Devin McCarron, our shortstop, collided with Tate Dickinson, our left fielder, and the game had to be stopped due to the injury that occurred. And Devin McCarron might be checking in with us later on, as we've been praying for Devin. And also Caleb Pika texted me just a little bit ago to let me know that he had successful surgery today, and told him we'd be praying for him as well. And I see another player that I know who's actually here in attendance, Ian McCord, the former Davidson Academy Bear, teammates with Cam Suggs and J.C. Myers, Jack Smith of the Rhythm, and he just had Tommy John surgery this past Friday. So lift him up in prayer as well. And we are about set to go. Big Trent Miller on the mound to face Thomas Kuhn. And the first pitch delivered. It's fouled off to the right side. We are underway at 7:32 Central. And a AAA autoglass. A foul ball right off the bat. Saw Dylan Doris at church on Sunday. He was picking up 1 or 2 of his youngins over at Long Hollow Church. He's always dressed looking snazzy and comfortable. Miller catches the outside corner for a called strike. Kuhn in that starting lineup on the regular for J.D. Willis, the head coach. Now at Erskine, and he fouls one off of the screen. Count remains 0-2. Fran Jackson watching from Gallatin. Who you rooting for, Fran? If you want to chime in, all we have is the YouTube chat tonight. You can send the email to tresports@gmail.com if you like. Miller delivers a fastball. It's lined down the right field line, but it will land foul. Miller trying to stay outside on Kuhn. On deck, Owen Phillips, to be followed by Nick Causey. Madisonville Miners putting it on the Henderson Flash here. Is that breaking pitch? Chopped to third base. Suggs waits back. He's got it. The throw is just in time, says first base umpire. Brother Wayne Seeley down at first base. Suggs almost waited too long. Kuhn runs pretty well as most leadoff batters do. That'll bring up Owen Phillips. Phillips hit by pitches 3 times in that doubleheader a week ago. Swings and misses at this offering. This is a former matchup of TCC AA combatants. Vol State Pioneer on the mound and a Cleveland State Cougar at the plate. Miller, I believe, has chucked nothing but strikes so far. I'm going to tell you, if Trent Miller can dial it in the strike zone or get swings and misses or calls away from the middle of the plate, somebody's going to find them a really good right-hander. 3 years out of high school and a AAA autoglass foul ball there. Fran Jackson says rooting for rhythm. Trent Miller originally was being looked at in high school at Greenbrier by the University of Tennessee. Tony Vitello ended up having surgery. I believe it was his senior year. There's the first pitch out of the zone. Ball 1. Ended up coming to Vol State. Jim McGuire, the head coach there. And Jim had an agreement with him that said, hey, you have a good first year right here, and you're ready to go. You go ahead and go wherever you feel like is best for your career. Swing and a miss. And, of course, a fire and security strikeout for out number 2.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17.
Trent could not dial it around the plate. He could throw it hard, low 90s. But he struggled to get the ball over the plate or get swings. Sat out. The second year came back his third year, worked hard. There's a ground ball. That's going to sneak on through on the left side. A base hit for another TCC AA combatant, Nick Causey from Motlow State. And a 2-out knock for the Rotors. Causey, an excellent hitter. I've been looking at the box scores here lately, and Causey has not been getting the hits. Here's Zaid Diaz is what I'm going with. Z-A-I-D. Guess it could be Zaid, but Diaz, I feel pretty confident in that. Maybe we just go with Z. Don't know where he's from. He swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. Apparently a foul tip. The home plate umpire stuck his hand up like he was calling timeout. But a foul tip into the glove is not a timeout. So I'm not sure what to read from that. Swing and a miss. That's a big cut from Diaz. We'll give you the rest of our umpiring crew. Cameron Haney behind the plate. Wayne Seeley's down at first, and currently Clinton Magnuson is in the middle of the field. Third base and in the middle of the field, depending on where base runners are. On deck, Ellis Hurt. Miller trying to put away Diaz. Runner at first takes off. There's a ground ball to the right side. Casey Hill gloves, and he throws tenderly over to Edward McLeod for out number 3. And a good inning for Trent Miller in his second start of the year. It's his 4th appearance. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner was left aboard. As we are scheduled for 9 innings here tonight and hoping the rain will stay away. There's tons of clouds here. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
The new big brother right there, times 2. Eli Reese, my second grandson. He's now the big brother of my third grandson, Graham Tyler Reese. They're chillaxing at home. Son Wilson and his wife Anna now have 3 children. Eli, 6.5, Lucy, 3.5-ish. And now Graham Tyler, born last, I guess I ought to get that in there. When was the 17th? I think that's Wednesday. Got to get by there to see him. Hadn't seen him yet. Seen pictures. Had my own medical issues to deal with. Was supposed to have that knee surgery on Thursday. Ended up not to, as Mater would say, to not to, and had to go get checked out. My heart rebooted. Get it back into rhythm. You're the rhythm broadcaster. You got to have a heart that's in rhythm for sure. It's cold, but I pray regularly to God will move me to follow his decrees and be careful to keep his laws. Give me a heart of flesh and take away this heart of stone. Big Brady Davis on the mound to face Rylan Moses, Cason Hill, Bryson, not Brycene, Bryson Hamilton. If you were listening last night, no idea where Boyce Tate was getting Brycene from. Rylan, he smoked one out of the park at Elmer Kelly Stadium last night. Swings and misses there. Leading the team in hitting 407 by my calculations. If you look on Game Changer, you're probably going to get a different number. It may be close, but it's not accurate. I stand by my numbers. The 1-1. Off-speed pitch lands outside. Rylan Moses from Trevecca Nazarene University played his high school baseball at Good Pasture. He's from Portland, Tennessee. Pops this one up on the left side. Thomas Kuhn, the shortstop, out in shallow left field, makes an over-the-shoulder, just jogging catch for out number 1. Cason Hill also went yard dog yesterday. He had one over the scoreboard, they said. He pimped it too. Looks at the first pitch in there for a called strike. Thought his bat flip might get him kicked out of the game. It didn't. But I was concerned as I was watching that game on YouTube. I'm of the persuasion, you hit it, put the bat down, run to first. Of course, that comes from a guy that didn't hit just a ton of home runs, and not too many of them were no-doubters. 1-2. Chopped over the mound. Kuhn charges, gloves, throws, and it's a bad throw. I think Hill was going to beat that out. Does not advance. So we have hit Stephanie Lowe back. Our official scorer tonight says that is an infield single for Cason Hill. Hill pretty much is the Swiss Army knife. He can play about any position. We haven't seen him pitch yet. He came, I thought, as a two-way player, but have not seen him get on the rubber yet. Yep, we got to throw over to first, and Hill's back. Got an umbrella that went inside out already. Apparently drizzling out there. One out, one on. Bryson Hamilton, the VMI Kedet, looks at a breaking pitch inside. Nick Krupp now goes over to have a chat with Cason Hill. Nick is our first base coach. He's also from Trevecca. A heavy Trevecca vibe here. It's a swing and a miss. The runner goes, and the throw is in time. says Wayne Seeley. Kason Hill rolls over on his back. Doesn't believe. That's not Wayne Seeley making that call. That's Clint Magnuson. So the single is erased on the caught stealing. And now 2 outs. Hamilton's 1-1 is not inside the zone. Turn the crowd mic up just in case you can hear that one person who might be talking out there. That's breaking pitch gets on that outside corner. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nearly plunked Hamilton. Well, our first full count Ministries, full count. Drilled right to the shortstop. Thomas Kuhn was very busy that inning. Brady Davis hopping off the mound. He's glad to get the rhythm 3 up, 3 down. I'm telling you, he's refreshed now. Been on that vacation. Not sure where he went or who he went with. But we're glad to be back playing baseball and broadcasting it. Get the final out up there for the bottom of the first. No score after 1. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Top of the second. Trent Miller to face 5, 6, and 7 in the Rotors lineup. Glad to have you folks listening in from Fulton, or you're rooting for the Rotors. It's okay. We like to have you. Eddie Crittenden, he's probably got big plans tonight, though. He's out and about, taking his wife. Keep forgetting it. I think it's Jill. Out for a nice dinner. McDonald's, anything you want off that Happy Value meal? Last of the big spenders. Eddie Crittenden. Got some folks out there rooting for Rylan Moses. Ellis Hurt, the Kentucky Wesleyan Panther, former Trevecca Trojan, steps in. First pitch yanked glove side for ball 1. Rhythm had 18 runs last night, 17 hits. Kason Hill, a 4-hit night. One misses upstairs. Rylan Moses had 3 hits, including a home run. He also drove in 5 runs as did Hill. So you had the number 9 hole hitter and the leadoff batter, so back-to-back batters, drove in 10 runs. Kaysen scored 4 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a breaking pitch misses outside at Full Count Ministries, full count. Julie Sweeney's listening in. We might just have a Full Count Ministries verse or verses provided tonight. Otherwise, we'll go look in my fighter verses. Breaking pitch on the outside corner for a Corson. Backward strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Miller. That's a hard slider he's throwing there. It's not a slow breaking pitch. It's probably at about 86, 87 if he's throwing his fastball at 92. And I'm just spitballing there, no idea. Jacob Lott, the multi-year player for the Rotors, stands in, looks at ball 1. Jacob Lott and Thomas Kuhn are teammates at Erskine College. They were teammates at Holmes Community College. Lott's from South Haven, Mississippi. Kuhn's from Grenada, Mississippi. Miller looking in at Bryson Hamilton. First 3-ball, no strike count for Trent. Madisonville putting it on. Henderson had a 6-run inning, leading 6-1 at Madisonville. There's a 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Julie Sweeney says she's got one ready. Feel free to send it whenever you're ready. 3-1 pitch. It's just down low for ball 4. First walk of the game for Miller. It's only his 3rd walk now in 7+ innings. And that'll bring up Ben Kaufman, the first baseman. See if Miller can induce a ground ball to get out of the inning. Pitch gets by the catcher. What do we got? Wild pitch. Wild pitch moves Lott over to second. So now the conventional double play is not in order. It's the first wild pitch by Miller, and apparently that's a foul ball. Bryson Hamilton wasn't going after it. Home plate umpire didn't look back to see where the ball was and why Hamilton wasn't going back, but didn't sound. I didn't hear it hit off that wood bat. Kaysen Hill trying to keep Lott close to second, leaving a big hole on the right side. There's a called strike on the outside corner. That's well into the river. Then Miller gets ahead of Kaufman. On deck is Caleb Warren, or he is now. And he is wearing number 9. Rotors wearing their brown uniform tops and gray pants, orange helmets. Miller tried to pick at that outside corner. It's a little bit too far out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The leadoff backward K, followed by a walk and a wild pitch. It's got Lott to second. Swing and a miss on a pitch out of the zone, and another Corson Fire and Security strikeout. Third strikeout of the game for Big Trent Miller. Known Trent since he got to Vol State. If you're around the other night when broadcasted from Hoptown, had Reed Glover there with me, the Director of Operations and Engagement. As that pitch winks at the outside corner for a called strike. We talked about that broadcast being my 750th broadcast. That was not all with full count. As a matter of fact, it's probably about 235 or so, maybe coming up on 240. The majority, 300 and almost 90 of those have been with Vol State, which started after my first year with full count. I knew that there was no way I could go 10 more months without broadcasting another game, so I went over and asked Vol State if they needed a broadcaster. They happily said yes. Swing and a miss on a pitch way out of the zone. And that's another Corson Fire and Security strikeout as Warren was expecting a fastball, got the hard slider as Miller strikes out the side. Does allow one walk. And we are headed to the bottom of the second. Full count, looking to see if they can get him a piece of that Brady Davis, which is not always easy to do. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hoptown Hoppers at Paducah tonight. They got knocked out of first place by the Henderson Flash yesterday, and looking to rebound. They are leading now 4-3 as Paducah is batting in the bottom of the fourth. Hoptown employing a second Fall State pitcher as they started with Carson Knowles, who was a catcher for Vol State. He pitched 2 1/3 up there at Paducah. And now Gabe Eddington, who's apparently just been added to the Hoptown roster, a former Vol State Pioneer, former Austin Peay State University governor, who's on the mound. Fastball winks at the outside corner to Edward McLeod for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edward 2 for 4 in last night's game. Sanford Bulldog. Been hot lately, hitting .324 now. A dozen hits. Swings at a disappearing pitch there, and Davis gets a strikeout. His first strikeout of the game. Brady's in his second year with the Fulton Railroaders. Said he loved it up there, had a great time. He was up there with a couple of other Pioneers last year, A.J. Armstrong and Jaden Perez. This year up there with Bugs Meadows. It was red shirt year this past year for Vol State. It might be raining here. Question is out there, is it raining there? There are umbrellas up. Can't really see. If it is, it's light. Davis rocks and fires, delivers that slow breaking pitch, swung on and missed by Charlie Bozeman, another Sanford Bulldog. All three of the Bulldogs in action tonight. Stepped on a fastball there, missed outside. Charlie just got back from vacation. Picked up a couple of doubles yesterday. Full Count Ministries, full count. Charlie 2 for 4, scored 3 times. Swing on another changeup. Drop third strike. They'll complete it with the throw down to first base, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Davis. Give the put out to Kaufman. And the first two have been retired by Davis. Nathan Rowland not in the lineup last night. Last time he played at Madisonville, hit one out of the yard. I mean, a long way. Rowland's one of 4 Rhythm players now with 3 home runs, tied the top. Pops this one up. Could be playable down the right side toward the Rotor bullpen. Over and making the catch is Jacob Lott for a 1-2-3 inning for the Rotors. After 2, the Rhythm have 1 hit, as does Fulton, but there is no score. Do want to thank our title sponsor, Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, as well as Safeware. They
in the bottom of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors,
are
and none left on base.
the
No score after 2 innings of
sponsor of our game time temperature, which was 76 degrees. I did not mention that. So, and we also thank Hendersonville Firefighters Association for being our call to the bullpen. We'll take a break and be right back.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm!
This is Reese Snapper. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
He's a champion. Little Reese Snapka, champion of the 8U tournament down in Starkville this past weekend. Had to come from behind in the bottom of the 6th. One of his teammates, Major, and his last name starts with an A, so I just call him Major A. Had a big 2-run double to get the victory in that tournament. I think they've got another tournament this weekend. Playing on a couple of teams. The Caledonia All-Stars, a rec league all-star team. Then he also has his travel team. The OG Stars. Matt Herlick, Thomas Kuhn, Owen Phillips to face big Trent Miller. Swinging strike 1 from Herlick. Matt Herlick from the College of Worcester, New York. As that pitch misses wide by a good margin. Herlick's been playing in every game, seemingly, for the Rotors. This is the 5th game that these two teams have played against each other. Ground ball to the right side, slowly hit. McLeod's going to gather and underhand flip to Miller for out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd.
the shortstop, number 3, Thomas Kuhn.
Back to the top of the lineup. Kuhn hit a chopper to third. Cam Suggs was able to get the throw off in time to retire Kuhn. Might have just a little bit of rain maybe for an hour. Do see some umbrellas that were up earlier have now been taken down.
And that's another AAA auto glass foul ball.
Gathering from some clues that I've seen that maybe Hudson Separula was not with the club. He might be out on assignment, as they say. So Hudson might be listening in or not. Eddie's snoozing, Jill says. He knows he can go back and rewatch if he needs to. He understands how YouTube works. Eddie Crittenden is the primary broadcaster for the Fulton Railroaders. He loves doing that job too, and the people love him. Very personable guy. Nice pickup by Hamilton behind the plate on a spiked breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Charlie Bozeman's in left, Rylan Moses in center, Nathan Rowlands in right, but you can't see him. They're there. Time is called as Wayne Seeley, the first base coach, or first base umpire, coming down having a chat. Maybe somebody behind the plate might be taking some flash photography or something. I'm not sure. But he has, whoever it is right behind the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate sign. Our title sponsor. Thanks, Wayne, for bringing it attention. The 2-2. Grounded to the right side. McLeod has to go underneath his glove. It will squirt on through to right field. We'll wait for the official ruling. We're going to call New York. That's a fast call. Base hit for Thomas Kuhn. Stephanie's a quick coin flipper. 1 on, 1 out. Owen Phillips, a strikeout victim the first time he came to the plate. Left-handed hitter. Owen from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Lovely city. Throw over to first. Kuhn, who was going in the first inning, might be thinking about it. Sorry, it wasn't Kuhn. It was Causey who was at first base. Kuhn's off, and the pitch is fouled off. AAA auto glass foul ball. Nothing else going on in the park tonight. Fields are too wet. Of course, here at Drakes Creek Field number 3, the infield is an artificial turf field. The outfield is natural grass. So it'll take a lot of water to rain out a game. Runner does not go, and the batter does not offer. It's just a ball. All the other fields here at Drakes Creek Park are natural surfaces. There are some newly built or rebuilt fields at Veterans Park. Runners taking off here, and a pitch gets by Hamilton. Kuhn thinks about going to third, but that's a stolen base for Thomas Kuhn. Kuhn, a very aggressive runner. You do that when you can run fast. Again, the situation where the double play was in order, but not anymore. I don't know what high school Owen Phillips went to. Somebody out there knows that. Where in Chattanooga did Phillips attend high school. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Off-speed pitch down in the turf, and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. My lovely wife is not here to direct tonight's broadcast.
Owen Phillips is from Silverdale.
Silverdale?
Yeah,
Is that I was going to say, that's a private school, right? And he walks, second walk of the game by Miller.
Now batting the third baseman, number 7.
And for the first time, the Rotors have two runners on base. Nick Causey, the three-hole hitter, stands in. There we go. Rick Phillips. Sounds like he might know something. Silverdale Baptist Academy. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you listening in. Taking Jay Meyer's spot as our research assistant. Runner from second takes off. Pitch is called a strike. Throw caught, but tag is late. And Phillips stayed at first. Runners now at the corners. Causey took the pitch. Again, most of the time in Summer League Baseball, coaches aren't given signs, I guess. There's a chopper. Goes foul. That was a weird, okay, it went off of Bryson Hamilton. That's why it looked weird. It landed on the screen like it was just a straight shot off of the bat. But the way the swing looked, it looked like it was chopped. But our home plate umpire, Cameron Haney, gave me a clue. He went out there to chat with Trent Miller. 0-2 count. Looking for a strikeout or a ground ball to a middle infielder. Phillips is going to draw a throw. Nearly got by McLeod. In the infield, Cam Suggs at third, Landon Rogers at short. Cason Hill at second base, Edward McLeod at first. Bryson Hamilton, the VMI key det behind the plate, catching former Vol State pioneer Trent Miller. Runner from first takes off, swing and a miss, and a Corson Fire and Security strikeout. Is out number 2, but a stolen bag gets Phillips to second, albeit a little bit late. No throw down. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Rick Phillips, if Owen has declared or committed, there's a swing and maybe a foul tip into the mitt. Huge cut by Diaz. He has taken some. If you want to pass on where he's moving on after Cleveland State, be happy to announce that to the crowd. 0-1. Another mighty cut and coming up empty. Diaz grounded out to Cason Hill in his first at-bat. Miller delivers a 3-pitch strikeout. Corson Fire and Security ends the inning, 3 innings, and Miller with 6 strikeouts. Strands 2. There was no runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left on base. Headed to the home half of the third. Still no score. You're listening and watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical. assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
They're looking at Brady Davis is not. That's still him in the. That's still Brady in the game.
Leading off, the DH number 21, Jay Fuller.
Brady apparently is wearing somebody else's jersey tonight. He must have forgot his. I'm going to tell you, that is still Brady Davis on the mound. He's pitching to Jay Fuller and misses with the first. Fuller looks at strike one. I didn't notice that Brady was not wearing number 4. Tapper to the left side. It goes foul. Devin McCarron checking in. Roland is playing. He just flew out to right field to end the second. Now 1-2 pitch on just Jay Fuller. Off-speed pitch misses outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Full Count Ministries, Full Count. Jay, one of, I believe it's 3 players for Full Count that have collected 4 hits in the game this year. And it hadn't happened a lot in Rhythm history. And there is a swing and a miss on a changeup. And Brady Davis has picked up his 3rd strikeout. He's faced 7 batters, gotten 7 outs. 1 was a caught stealing. Now Cam Suggs, who is headed to Volunteer State Community College in Gallatin, where Brady Davis played the last 2 years. Grounds one, fouled on the third base line. Davis played with Cam Suggs' cousin Revin Suggs last year. Revin, a shortstop, was homeschooled. Cam played at Davidson Academy. Swing and a miss. Cam playing in his 11th game. It's the 19th game of the year for the Rhythm. That's 7 hits, including a double and a home run. Fouls that one straight back. Count was 0-2. It's still 0-2. That was apparently fat fingering the computer. Cam has 9 RBIs, though, with those 7 hits. The 0-2. Off speed, and Brady Davis is dealing out there tonight. Maybe he needs to go on vacation between all starts. Did not have a start. Wonder if he ever had a start. Let me see if I've got that intel for Brady Davis. I don't have his information from 2026. I know he didn't have a start last year. He had 2 starts. Where's the cough button? He had 2 starts his freshman year. Hey, somebody got some wood on that one in the AAA Autoglass foul ball off to the right side, but Davis ahead 0-2. Off the handle, and that will be handled in foul territory by the first baseman, Ben Kaufman, in another 1-2-3 inning. As Brady Davis making it look easy against the Rhythm hitters. 9 up, 9 down. He's only given up the infield single. But he's faced the minimum after 3. Through 3, there's no score. Heading to the top of the 4th. We'll be right back.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Trying to clear the lungs out here. Rick Phillips says he's hoping to get an offer this summer. I hope he gets one and enjoys his last 2 years of playing baseball. Owen Phillips, the second baseman. Ellis Hurt will lead off, facing Trent Miller. A couple of All-State pitchers from this past spring facing off and throwing up some zeros. Trent Miller and Brady Davis. Hurt looks at a called strike that winks at the outside corner. Another one a little bit closer there, and it's 0-2. Miller sails that one a little bit high and outside. And a breaking pitch lands high. Swing and a miss. Ball pops out of Hamilton's glove. He's going to throw down to first, and McLeod has to do a little two-step down there on the base. And Hurt is retired on the Corson Fire and Security strikeout. It's 3 strikeouts in a row for Miller. Now facing Jacob Lott, who walked in the second. Swing and a miss. Jay Myers checking in. He's out of town. Or maybe he's not. I don't have the ticket on surveillance on the Myers this week, Jay and Tina. Got a group that watches house in White House. Sometimes they get on the road and head down to Bartlett. They go on vacation. Got to have a couple of teams on them there. Parents of J.C. Myers Played at Columbia State and at Davidson Academy. It's ripped foul off the front of the first base dugout. Karen was right to the first baseman, Edward McLeod. Trent Miller's going to get a new baseball. Miller appeared in 13 games for Vol State, started 3 in the spring. 20 innings, had 34 strikeouts. The 0-2, and there's another Corson Fire and Security strikeout. That's 8 in the ball game. Now Ben Kaufman, who was a strikeout victim in the second, stands in. Got some riffraff out here, it sounds like. His former play-by-play broadcaster, Zach Williams, called him. I never would say that about a kid, but oops, let's not do that. Let's reset the count. And now let's get a strike on there. We do have 2 outs. Kaufman, a Cannon County Lion from Woodbury, Tennessee, played at Motlow State this past year with Nick Causey, the third baseman for the Rotors. Keep on threatening that I'm going to check. I think I did check. Pretty sure he had over 20 home runs this past year. As soon as I can get Brady Davis's stats written down, I'll look up Kaufman and Causey's 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. And I don't know if Trent Miller pitched to get against Motlow State this past year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another swing on a miss and a Corson Fire and Security strikeout. That is 5 in a row by Trent Miller. That's 9 in the ball game. Looked a little shaky on a couple of walks. Couple of nothing hits, really, after 4 innings. But Trent Miller looks like he is dialed in right now. He's got the fastball and the breaking pitch working. Take a break and be back with the bottom of the 4th. You're watching and listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rylan Moses to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Facing Brady Davis. Not wearing his right number, so we could protest. First pitch sails wide to Moses, the center fielder. Popped out to Kuhn, the shortstop, in shallow left field. Moses lets that pitch go by at his shins for a called strike. Davis appeared in 22 games for Vol State in the TCCAA this past year, all in relief. Had a 5-1 record, and a changeup swung over the top. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 38 innings, he struck out 44 batters. He also plunked 13. I called him the assassin from time to time, but he doesn't throw that hard, so it's not going to hurt too bad unless he hits you in the wrong spot. He has been fooling rhythm batters all night as Moses has to fight that. I mean, that's the definition of fight off a good pitch right there. Chops one down to, I assume that is Jonas Smithson at third base. Josh Carman is here as Brooke and the kids are on vacation. Continue to pray for Fulton Carman, son of Josh and Brooke. He is out of the hospital, and he is on vacation. He's going to have to take it easy for a while. I know he'd rather take it easy on the beach rather than in the hospital. Full Count Ministries, full count, a changeup. They want to check with the third base umpire who says no, he didn't go, and there's the first walk of the game. Davis has been getting to that full count, but he has struck out a number of the batters on the off-speed pitch that lands down in the turf. So Moses draws the walk. First walk given up by Davis. It's Kason Hill, who has the only hit, takes a mammoth cut and comes up empty. Hit a little chopper right over the mound and beat out the throw. Hill, 5'11", 180-pound rising sophomore, pitches a strike. The throw goes into right field. Heading to third is Moses, and he slides in there with a perfect pop-up slide. That'll be a stolen base and an error on the catcher. And Rhythm had their first base runner at third base. Moses picks up. That is his 8th steal in 9 tries. Go ahead run on at third base, and it should get him. No, they're not going to. Moses does not go. That's a base running mistake right there. Ryland's kicking himself right now, I would assume. The shortstop is playing back.
Now batting the catcher, number 36, Bryson Hamilton.
So Bryson Hamilton comes to the plate. He looks at a breaking pitch. Catches the inside corner. And the 0-2, and we got a balk. Ryland Moses coming in from third base. I'm assuming he did not come set. Going to watch it on the replay. And the Framework Athletics first run of the game comes in on a balk. Chopper due short. Kuhn stays back and gloves and throws on to first. That is now 2 outs.
Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Edward McLeod.
Let's see if I can get to that play. Edward McLeod with nobody on, one in, steps back from that inside pitch for ball one. Trying to get dialed in on when that happened. Breaking pitch stays up. Two O's swung on a missed. I just can't see it fast enough. Another wave and a miss. I can't see what he did on that ball. Didn't look to me like he was especially quick. That's a line down the first base line, and it is fair. Digging it out of the corner is Jacob Lott. Edward McLeod's rounding second, heading to third. The throw's not in time. Holy smokes, is that actually McLeod out there? Man, I didn't think Edward McLeod could go that fast. That's a triple. He was picking him up and laying him down. That was just right on that first base, right field line. He was hunting that triple all the way. As Davis goes back to picking on that outside corner, Charlie Bozeman looks at a called strike. So a two-out triple by McLeod. That makes that run an earned run now. I bet you'll have to actually change it yourself, won't you, Stephanie? Is that how those work? I think Game Changer automatically does as Charlie looks at a slow breaking pitch. He was looking at it, but problem was the opinion of the home plate umpire was that it got across the plate at the knees for a called third strike. And that will end the inning. One run, I got it as earned, on one hit, one error, and one left on base. Through 4, 1-0. Full count leads. We'll be back after this short message.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Adam Yardumian, come on now. You turned off the National Championship College World Series just to listen to Tim Reese do his 751st broadcast? If you're going to do that, at least spell my name right, Adam. I mean, with a name like Yardumian. That's a C, Adam. It's R-E-E-C-E. It's not like the peanut butter cup. But I'm glad you're listening then. The world traveler, Adam Yardumian. Trent Miller with the lead now as Ryan Sweeney getting a cameo right there. His mommy wants to see him. Miss Julie has sent in the Full Count Ministries verses of the game. We're going multiple verses. Some more good ones. Trent Miller in the first 4 innings has struck out 9 rotors. That pitch right there gets him no closer to his 10th, though. It's a ball outside. Caleb Warren, a strikeout victim to end the second. Looks at ball 2, just under his chin. Warren, a senior at Westminster College. Pops that one up. That'll get out of play. AAA autoglass foul balls. He swings at the 2-0 pitch. Lexington, South Carolina is where he calls home. Got enough kids here to get those foul balls. They take them to the Merch Pavilion, otherwise known as the Merchandise Pavilion. Get them a AAA autoglass squishy ball. Much less expensive. 2-1, a check swing foul ball. Trade $9 in for, I can get them for $1, but Dylan Doris knows people. He can get them for pennies probably. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and there it is. Double-digit strikeouts for Trent Miller.
Center fielder, number 36, Matt Hurley.
Out number 1 in the 5th. Just trying to see Ryan Sweeney's high for the year. Don't know that I'm going to be able to figure all that out. While pressing all the buttons, Matt Hurlick grounded out to the first baseman. Swings and misses. The number 9 hitter in the rotor lineup. Henderson Flash have now taken a 9-6 lead over the Miners. After the Miners scored 6 in the 3rd, Flash put up 6 of their own in the top of the 5th and added 2 more. A check swing back to Miller. So this time, Hurlick is going to ground out 1-3. Last time it was 3-1.
Shortstop, number 3, Thomas Hughes.
7 straight retired by Miller is back to the top of the lineup. Goes the Rotors. Rhythm just scored a run in the bottom of the 4th. Miller trying to put a 0 back on the board. Kuhn's 1 for 2. Hit a ground ball just under the glove of Edward McLeod over at first base. Picked up his single. 2 hits for the Rotors. 2 for full count. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the left-handed batter's box. Overhand breaking pitch. Called a strike. Swing and a miss. What do you think that was? Of course, in fire and security. Strikeout, the 11th of the game. Sweeney had 9 in a 10-7 loss back on June 13th in 5 innings. Big Trent Miller's got 11 after 5. We'll see if he comes out for inning number 6. Check on his pitch count. Looks like 79. Is that what it is, Ava? 79 is Trent Miller's, or it is. Okay, so 79 pitches or thereabouts. And a 1-2-3 inning. Nice shutdown inning for Miller. And we'll take a break and be right back.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Nathan Rowland to lead it off. The bottom of the fifth, facing Brady Davis out for his fifth inning. Roland, Fuller, and Suggs all 0 for 3. Against Davis. There's a ground ball to short. Thomas Kuhn gloves in his throw across the diamond. Right on target for out number 1. Roland now 0 for 2. Kuhn, several chances. Let's see, 3. Got a pop up and a line out. He's got 3 assists, according to my unofficial scorebook. Jay Fuller struck out to begin the third. See if he can get him extra bases. It's a ball 1. Jay played at UAB last year, redshirted. Son of Isaiah and Key Fuller, brother to Zion and Shiloh. From Oak Grove, Alabama. Takes a big cut there and fouls it straight back. Poppy and Nana are in Bessemer, Alabama. Granddad and Grandma, they're pretty close to Jay's house in Oak Grove. He's a finance and accounting major, 6 foot, 195 pounds. He slices that one off the screen. Count remains 1-2. Full count 9-2-5. That's Reed Glover, I guess. Reed, I guess you probably had a hand in the social media post that celebrated my 750th. I just want to say thank you. A swing and a miss as Jay Fuller is down. Looked like Warren didn't handle it initially, but apparently he did. That's the 6th strikeout for Davis. So I want to thank Reed Glover. Not sure if you actually made it or you had it made, but it was a big surprise to me. I appreciate that. Cam Suggs swings and misses. Suggs, the son of Cam and Jessica Suggs from Greenbrier, Tennessee. They are our sponsor of ACS Home Builders, our Alumni Spotlight, or our Rhythm History. That's a ground ball to the left side. Hops over the glove of the diving third baseman, Nick Causey. That's a 2-out knock for Suggs, who's leaving Auburn University Montgomery to head to Vol State here in Gallatin. Suggs now 1 for 2. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Landon Rogers. So we did not have our between the 5th inning. We'll do that after this half inning. And we'll make something up. What are we going to talk about? Strike called to Rogers. Wonder how many times he has people come up to him and yell his name, like on the commercial, swing and a miss. Probably on the reg. Hitting .231, playing in his 8th game, playing only home games. He's from Memphis. He goes to school at Trevecca. Chops one to the third baseman. Causey, and he sails that one. I believe Rogers was going to probably beat it out anyway. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The throw goes into the area between the dugout and the maintenance shed, and it goes out of play. So that, I'm guessing, a single and an error, E5. That'll put runners at second and third. So an infield single.
Center fielder, number 10, Rylan Moses.
No, it's an E3,
E5.
right?
And Rylan Moses comes to the plate. His teammate of Landon Rogers at Trevecca. Both of them just finished their freshman year. So 2 in scoring position, and Moses swings over the top. Strike 1. Suggs at third. Landon Rogers is at second base after the second throwing error by the Rotors. AAA Autoglass foul ball over toward field number 2. They've got shower glass as well. Probably not going to get any broken shower glass here at the ballpark, though. They operate in Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama. Carolinas, I want to go on the Florida trip. New York, Texas, Louisiana, AAA Autoglass and shower glass. Davis thought he had strike 3 as he was hopping off the mound, and the only opinion that mattered said no. Moses 0 for 1. He also walked and scored the only run of the game so far. Scored on a balk. And he strikes out against Davis. And he strands 2 more. That's only 3 in the game. He has retired 7 via the strikeout. As I said, we will keep it right here. The rhythm, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. Do want to thank Camden Suggs, the dad of ACS Home Builders, for sponsoring, this day in rhythm history in general. Sometimes we do an alumni spotlight, but appreciate his support of Full Count Rhythm baseball. And I'm going to talk about here is shutouts. Full Count Rhythm in the first 5 years of existence are 23-6 in shutouts. They have 23, and they've only been shut out 6 times. Of course, in a position here to get a shutout, it'll be the first of the year. Full Count has not been involved in a shutout up or down. And that is your rhythm history, brought to you by ACS Home Builders. And we did have back-to-back hits, Cam Suggs and Landon Rogers in the bottom of the 5th. And back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. Eddie Smith, that's the father of our Hendersonville Firefighters Association. Call to the bullpen, a former Davidson Academy Bear, Jack Smith, who is a Southwest Tennessee Saluki, 5'10", 170 pounds, from right here in Hendersonville. Left-hander is an aviation major, son of Eddie and Angie Smith, brother to Jake. He's got a grandpa and a nana in Crossville, Tennessee. 14 appearances last spring at Southwest Tennessee. 4 of those were starts, 25 innings. this past season for Coach Eric Schoenrock. Jack's on for his 7th appearance of the year. He's got 9 innings under his belt. And he is on in relief of Trent Miller. We'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Rotor lineup. First pitch is a called strike to Owen Phillips. Miller goes 5 innings. So another swing and a miss by Phillips. Apparently the first strike didn't count there on my score bug. A little bit tight on that one. Glad to be back on the broadcast. 1-2 pitch. Just misses outside. Owen Phillips, Nick Causey, Zaid Diaz do up here to face the left-hander Jack Smith. What music do we have playing? Oh, that's behind us. Okay. Full Count Ministries, Full Count. Somebody's got a very lyrical phone ring. Full Count is in there for strike 3, and another rotor goes down on a Corson. Fire and security strikeout. First for Jack Smith. It's the 12th of the game. Miller goes 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He walked 2, struck out 11. That's lifted out to center field. I'm not sure if he got that in. Nope. Over here is where he is. Catch made by Ryland Moses. The first pitch that Nick Causey delivers.
Number 15, Zaid Diaz.
Nick Causey now 1 for 3. That's not a ring. That's not a phone ring, right? That's an alarm. Somebody's taking some medication at 8:56. Diaz 0 for 2. He's the DH tonight for the Rotors. Lefty on lefty matchup. Jax delivers outside. Hey, but go in there and step on that thing. Ground it to the right side. It will roll foul. On deck, Ellis Hurt. Jack Smith in a hold position. Not sure that he would be asked to go the final 4 innings. So Trent Miller is the pitcher of record currently, as is Brady Davis. On the outside corner, count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, I don't know where Zaid Davis is from. We don't have any of that information. So if you're connected with him, you want to give us some 411. I'll check my email as we go to a Full Count Ministries Full Count. Sometimes that's good when an announcer is not me, right, Julie? Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3 inning and another Corson strikeout. Full Count pitching, delivering the goods tonight. It's 13 strikeouts. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's time for some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs. Charlie Furbett must be listening in. Let's see. He said he's from Troy University. He sent me a text. Just added to the team this past week. Thank you, General Manager Charlie that's Charlie Furbett Sr. That's the father of Charlie Furbett, the General Manager. Thank you, sir. Take a quick break and be right back. Let's check on some ice cream. Brewster's Ice Cream.
This is Son Snacker. You're listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa.
Little Sloan Snapka, just had her half birthday on Saturday night. Tonight is Reese Snapka's half birthday. He's 8.5. Sloaney 4.5 now, and she had her first dance lesson, I think, tonight. Sloaney been enduring a lot of baseball. It's time for her to have some fun as Davis bounces that one to the plate. Cason Hill, Bryson Hamilton. Edward McLeod facing Davis out for the 6th. Cason Hill's 1 for 2. Swings and misses. Hill came in hitting .279, does not offer at that breaking pitch. Smart move. Playing in his 15th game. Now tied with Gabe Jenkins for the team lead. That's popped up in the center fielder says he doesn't see it, I guess. Thomas Kuhn, the shortstop, makes the catch.
Now batting the catcher, number 36, Bryson Hamilton.
Now 1 out in the 6th. Bryson Hamilton 0 for 2. Got started a little bit late here due to weather, and actually it was due to a bus issue for the Rotors. That's a slow breaking pitch that Bryson Hamilton lets go by for a called strike. Does not let that one go, and it's popped up right behind the mound. Brady Davis makes a throw against his body. I got to believe that's another infield single. That's a jam shot. Bryson Hamilton, not sure if Kuhn could have got to that or not.
Now batting the first baseman.
See if I can watch that on a replay. And it's definitely not a play that Brady could have made. Better play would have been to see if Kuhn could have fielded that and thrown with his momentum going to first. But Brady's going to try to make every play that he can for sure. He's a very athletic pitcher. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Let's get that runner on first base. Already got the strike up there from the last batter. Well, it is the third infield single for Full Count. Strike called to McLeod, who drove a triple down the right field line, just down the first base line, and it got down into the corner. And I had no idea that Edward McLeod could run as fast as he did. He got into third base rather easily. He's 1 for 2. Anybody got a yard card tonight? We play a little game here called a yard card, and we've had 2 winners recently. Mike Harrell had a yard card winner with Rylan Moses, and Reed Glover the other night out of Hoptown had a yard card winner. So that pitch gets into the turf and bounces to the screen. That will move Hamilton down to second on the wild pitch. Reed Glover had a yard card in the top of the 9th inning at Hoptown for Barrett Brown, which was at that time a Country Financial Zach Williams insurance run. Just happened not to be enough. Full count went up 4-2. And ended up giving up 3 runs to Hoptown and lost 5-4 in a heartbreaker. Full count Ministries, full count. Runner at second, 1 out. McLeod's going to get rung up on a pitch. It's been called a strike all night long. It's that comeback fastball of Davis, and he's got his 8th strikeout of the game.
Outfielder number 20, Charlie Bozeman.
I got to believe it's the most strikeouts that Davis has delivered. Might be his longest outing of the year as he pitches here in the bottom of the 6th. 92 pitches as Charlie Bozeman waves. He's struck out swinging and struck out looking, trying not to get the hat trick. Heard the broadcaster last night talk about didn't know what you call 3 strikeouts, but knew what you called 4 strikeouts, the golden sombrero. I've always called 3 strikeouts a hat trick. 1-1, misses low and away. Caleb Warren's going to go see if he can settle down. The excitable boy. Wasn't that a song by Warren Zevon, The Excitable Boy? Stephanie, you don't have the musical knowledge that Ken has. Seemed like there was. Let me check my email, see if I've got it. I've got none emails. Nobody wants to send anything to tresports@gmail.com. That's okay. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That's a hit batter. The assassin strikes. No chance Brady Davis can go through 6 full innings and not hit a batter. No chance. He doesn't mean to. It's that breaking pitch that just gets away. And it brings up Nathan rolling. He's 0 for 2, Ava. What does that mean if he's 0 for 2? He is due. Got to be some activity in the Rotors bullpen, and there is. Brady Davis, but he couldn't tell you the last time he threw 100 pitches in a game. And nice breaking pitch. Where did that miss? That's exactly what Brady's rhythm got one there. That looked like it missed right over the plate. May have been his sharpest breaking pitch of the night. And a fastball misses outside. On deck, Jay Fuller, if Roland reaches. 3 balls, no strikes. This is going to be the 100th pitch of the night. So says Ava Dorn, our clock operator. And a foul tip puts the number to 00. Ava, you hadn't missed a game all year, have you? Not one. Do you get it? You do get a vacation though at some point in time. Is that early July?
No, I'm leaving this Saturday.
No, you're not. You are? Where are you going? Ava's leaving this Saturday. Oh, SLU down in Florida. Swing and a miss. Brady Davis trying to work back. Was that in Orlando?
Yes.
What's that guy's name? That pastor down there, Strack? You don't know. Full count Ministries, full count. The runners should be off with the pitch, and they are, and just down for ball 4. Bases are now jammed with red jerseyed, white panted rhythm players. Is that his first walk of the game? Second walk of the game, and out comes J.D. Willis. That may be the end of the evening, as that's Jay Fuller's music. Love to be able to continue listening to it on the broadcast, but we don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. Although I saw last night that the Madisonville broadcast, they kept their YouTube broadcast going during the national anthem. And Brady Davis has talked his way into staying in and finishing the sixth. He's persuasive. Jay Fuller's 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts, and if he's 0 for 2, Ava, he is due. That's what Ava says every time. Kind of like a broken record. Jay Fuller with the bases loaded. The Rhythm have one grand slam on the year, and it was against the Rotors. Jackson Zeller hit 2 home runs. First one was a grand slam. 1-0 pitch to Fuller, who's got a yard card here, Isaiah. Called strike. Looking for some Country Financial insurance runs. That's lifted down the left field line. Nobody will be able to get that one. It will land foul or out of the playing arena, and a AAA autoglass foul ball. Appreciate everybody who's sent in a chat. Again, we're not sure why we keep getting kicked off of Facebook, so we don't even try anymore. So 1-2 pitch is going to wait for me to put the second strike up there. Payday. Whoop, whoop. 1-2. Slow roller to first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ben Kaufman runs through the base and retires Fuller, as Davis gets out of it. 106 pitches. The Rhythm cannot push across any Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs in that inning. 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on. That's 6 in the last 3 innings. And the Rhythm still lead 2/3 of the way through this 9-inning scheduled game. Hey, let's take a break. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm!
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Let's get back to more Full Count Rhythm baseball. Top of the 7th, Jax Smith still on the mound for his second inning of work. Again, want to thank our title sponsor, Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Todd Hundley and Linda Hundley, they sponsor Jersey night, starting lineup, home runs when I think about it, title sponsor, and they're also providing the meal tonight. Everybody loves that, including the Rotors. Ellis Hurt, he's not loving the night right now. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. It's a ball one outside from J.A.X. Smith. Is J.A.X. the 3-letter airport code for Jacksonville Airport in Florida? I don't know. You know, like LAX is in LA? I think it ought to be if it's not. I have flown into Jacksonville before. Take a cut, Ellis Hurt. Ellis from Pegram, Tennessee. That's just outside of Nashville.
That is the correct code.
Is it? J-A-X. For Jacksonville. 2-2. Swung on and fouled off to the right. AAA autoglass foul ball. My new grandson, GTR, Graham Tyler Reese, is the airport code down outside of Columbus, Mississippi, where my daughter and her family live. That stands for the Golden Triangle. Another foul ball, top of the screen. So I think that's Starkville, Columbus, and I can't remember the third city that's right around there. It's between Starkville and Columbus, Mississippi, over by the Alabama border. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a chopper to short. Landon Rogers gloves and makes a smooth throw over to McLeod for the first out. He is a smooth operator over there. Landon Rogers is. Pressed into duty in his freshman year at Trevecca. I think it was Jacob Lester that was the shortstop for Trevecca that got hurt. Rogers ended up playing 50-plus games. For the Trojans, Division II school in Nashville. It's a Nazarene University. Says it right there in their name. Trevecca Nazarene University. Belmont used to be affiliated with the Baptist. I don't think they're unaffiliated. That's smashed to the Rotors dugout. Gets out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Jacob Lott went after the 2-0 pitch, lefty on lefty. He's walked and he struck out. Rogers played in 50 games. Started 47 for Trevecca. Popped up, could be playable. Bozeman over in foul territory, out of our view, and he makes the catch. He must have, because Ben Kaufman's coming to the plate. Like I said, we can't see it. So we're assuming that it's Charlie Bozeman that made that catch and that he made it in foul territory. He could have made it in fair territory, and we still wouldn't have seen it if it was down by the wall. The dugout is also a locker room, workout facility, and hitting cages for the local high school, Hendersonville Commandos. It is a large building that obstructs our view down the left field line. Slow breaking pitch swung on and missed by Kaufman. All right, I did pick up or look up Motlow State's information. Kaufman played in 48 games. He hit .318, clubbed 23 home runs for the Motlow State Bucks. 55 RBIs. That was second to Mikel Murrah. Not sure where Murrah's going to go, but they've got some guys definitely going as Kaufman goes to a knee. A Herculean swing right there. Hudson Separula was their teammate for about 8 games down there in the spring till he got hurt. Nick Causey. Outside for ball 3, Full Count Ministries full count. Jack Smith trying to get through 6 straight. In relief of Trent Miller, 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 11 strikeouts. The wind and the pitch is high and inside. Again, a couple of TCCAA JUCO combatants there. His first runner to reach is Kaufman. He avoided the hat trick. A couple of strikeouts, not a walk. Caleb Warren has struck out twice. Jack Smith now with a runner on, 2 outs, facing Warren, the catcher. Just outside. I'm telling you, this home plate umpire has been consistent. It's like, and it's just so far out, he's not calling it, but when he gets right across that white line, the river, he is raising that right hand. No lead by Kaufman at first. Popped up down toward the Rotor bullpen, but it will fall. Rowland gave chase, but couldn't get over there to make the catch. On deck, Matt Herlick. Ball and a strike to Warren, and hit an excuse me swing there. Started to go, wanted to hold up, but couldn't. Henderson Flash extended their lead now, 11-6 over Madisonville. That's the first place team taking on the 6th place or last place team. Right over the plate, drop third and strike, and Hamilton's going to have to tag Warren, and he does. And that's a Corson Fire and Security strikeout to end the 7th. It is stretch time here at Drakes Creek. Number 3, we do it a little bit different. We do it the same every time, but it's different than everybody else. Play a little Johnny Cash, Getting Rhythm. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
New pitcher on for the Rotors. Right-hander, another TCCAA pitcher from Jackson State Community College, Dane Lynn from Paducah, Kentucky. Speaking of Paducah, the Chiefs losing to the Hoptown Hoppers right now as they play in the middle of the 8th inning. Hoppers trying to stay hot. Brady Davis ends up going 6 innings. 5 hits, 1 run, it was earned. Walked 2. Struck out 8. Did plunk a batter. Whoever I was talking to before the game said the over-under. I picked 3. He said he'll take the under, so he wins. And I love me some Brady Davis, and his parents know that. Everybody out there that knows that I'm a big Brady Davis fan from my 2 years of knowing him at Vol State. So I am in no way trying to disparage Brady. He hit 13 batters this past year. That just happens. But he was the go-to man out of the bullpen. A 5-1 record, had a save at 22 appearances. Coach doesn't throw a kid out there for 22 appearances on the mound if he doesn't trust him. He hit 22 batters in his 2 years at Vol State. Sometimes he just hit him instead of walking him. Cam Suggs takes a healthy swing at the first offering from Dane Lynn. Has nothing to show for it, as he does on the second pitch. Suggs 1 for 2. AAA Autoglass foul ball toward field number 4. Somebody with the last name Craver is rooting for Corbin. Corbin Craver is a left-handed pitcher for Full Count, but he hasn't pitched in this game yet. Got several that might appear to be the same person. Luke Vierkant, Jack Cowan, Jack Smith, Corbin Craver, all diminutive left-handers. Now Jackson Grant, not the tallest left-hander, but he throws sidearm. You have to see him in motion. Popped up into right field. Jacob Lott over toward the line and makes the catch in fair territory for out number 1. Suggs now 1 for 3. Landon Rogers had an infield single in the 6th, was stranded at second base in the 5th. Brady Davis wiggled off the hook in the 5th and the 6th. Rhythm looking for some Country Financial. Zach Williams insurance runs to go along with the 1-0 lead, and Rogers looks at a called strike. "6'3", 170 pounds. There's an excuse me swing as well. Started to swing and wanted to get out of the way and fought that one off. Son of Doug and Kelly Rogers, brother to Kevin. He's a Briar Crest Christian graduate down in Memphis, Tennessee. Line to his counterpart, a soft liner that Thomas Kuhn digs off the turf for the second out. Got that one off the end of the old Hickory steel press bat. Thanks to Chad Lamberth, the folks over at Old Hickory Bats up there in Millersville. They've been long-time supporters of Full Count Ministry and Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Rhythm haven't hit any other wooden bat that's been provided by the team. Rylan Moses swings at an inside pitch, comes up empty. Moses is 0 for 2 with a walk. And, Ava, what was that you said? He is due, isn't he? Who's got a Rylan Moses yard card right here? Lynn steps back off the rubber with his left foot, keeps the right one on the rubber. He's one of those that steps way back, delivers high and away. Moses got 3 big flies. This is not a big fly. It's out to right field, and it's going to be the third out. Jacob Lott with a couple of putouts and a 1-2-3 inning for Dane Lynn. Rhythm just can't get any wood on these pitches delivered by the Rotors pitching, but it's vice versa too. Only 1 run in the game And we are 7/9 through this one. Head to the 8th. You're listening and watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen for Full Count. On in relief of Jack Smith, Chase Clater from Bowling Green State University, hometown of Nolensville, Tennessee. A right-hander, 6'2", 185-pound rising junior. Sports management major, son of Scott and Tiffany Clater, brother to Aiden and Wyatt. He has a grampy in Tampa, Florida, and a grandpa and a grandma in New Jersey. He will face 9-1-2 in the Rotors lineup in the top of the 8th. Jack Smith goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 3, faced 7. Put a big H by his name. He got a hold. And now it's up to Chase Clater to hold or save. It's his third appearance and a bunt attempt by Herlick, and it goes foul. Ryan Sweeney, our ball boy tonight. His mother, Julie, has provided our Full Count Ministries verses of the game. Get those in the 9th or after the game. Fastball misses outside. Clater, 2 innings, giving up 3 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, a strikeout. He has plunked 3 opposing batters, but I'm sure he didn't mean to. It is out to right center field, and Rylan Moses playing Herlick that way, comes over into the gap, makes a play. I was ready to write single down. Good play by Rylan Moses for out number 1. He's playing center field. An adorable ball boy. He does have good hair, doesn't he? Thomas Kuhn, 1 for 3, stands in. It's the top of the lineup for the Rotors. They want to get something going. They want to do it now, and that is going to be flared. Moses with a diving attempt, and did he get it? It appears as though he did. What a play. A Superman dive right back in to the infield. Again, that was another single that Rylan Moses just stole. Put a star by that one for Moses, and there's 2 outs. Some sparkling defense here behind Chase Clater as Owen Phillips steps to the plate. Right down Broadway. That's what we're looking for from Mr. Clater, is throw some strikes, let your defense work. Phillips 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Takes that pitch inside. Clater, 8 appearances for Bowling Green up in Ohio. All in relief. Did not pick up a decision. 5 1/3 innings. Had 6 strikeouts. That's a pitch on the outside corner. Difference of going righty, lefty, righty, as Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach, Jonah Smithson, his assistant pitching coach, have dialed up for full count tonight. Trent Miller, a big hard-throwing right-hander at 6'4", and then bring in Jack Smith at about 5'10", coming from the left side. That's another out to Rylan Moses. It's going to be a lot easier. He's going to be able to stay upright, and he's going to make all 3 outs here in the 8th. Good inning for Chase Clater to retire the Rotors 9-1-2, all on flyouts to Rylan Moses, the center fielder. It's time for the Rhythm to get some insurance here, because they'll send 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. See if we can get some Zach Williams insurance runs. Keep it right here. We do want to thank Zach Williams for being a sponsor. He formerly was the play-by-play man. First couple of years, I guess first 3 years. Is now the last 3 years I've been doing it mostly by myself. He now has 2 children. He's got Maddox, his son, and he's got Zipporah, his daughter. So he and Maggie have their hands full at home. Maggie's now working at Country Financial, the Zach Williams Insurance Agency, and apparently that's going pretty well. So Zach sat in for me the other day on the home game. Appreciate him filling in. Hoping he won't have to do that again, but we got to get me to a cardiologist here soon so I can effort to get back on the orthopedic surgeon's schedule to get this knee, this meniscus issue repaired. They are no fun, I'll just tell you. But anyway, Zach Williams, recent entrepreneur in the insurance business. I think he's in his 2nd year, and he is sponsoring our insurance runs. Late in the game, it's 1-0, full count leads. Need to get, about a half dozen this inning would be good. Dane Lynn back out on the mound. Face Kason Hill, Bryson Hamilton, Edward McLeod. Might be your last inning to get a yard card in. Let's see how many Kason has on the year now. Breaking pitch lands high. Trevor says, let's go, Rhythm. Trevor not here tonight, I guess. Hudson is out. You're working? What are you, getting married or something sometime soon? You got to buy a ring? Hudson Separulo away from the team. 2-0 swung on half-heartedly by Kason Hill. Come on, Sep. Somebody's going to go ahead in the home run category. If you don't show back up. 4 with 3 home runs. Kason Hill is not one of them. He has 1. He hit his first last night. Change-up, nice pitch by Lynn, but this time not chased, and a leadoff walk. That's a good start for some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs. 98% of the time, leadoff walk in an inning scores, and 75% of all statistics are made up. You going Edward yard card. All right. Well, he's on deck. Bryson Hamilton is at the plate. Probably not going to see him square around the butt. He does not. He takes a home run cut, but comes up empty. Hudson Separulo. Throw over to first. Nice stab by Kaufman. Kason Hill, he'll swipe a bag if you're not paying attention. Tried to swipe one earlier, and he got caught. Does not go. The pitch is swung on and missed. Hamilton 1 for 3. He's got an infield single. Yeah, he's got to shorten up. Leads the club. He and Rylan Moses have 4 doubles. Another throw over. Hill back in time. Hey, you know I had to throw over when I'm looking down at my stat sheet. Dane Lynn. Kind of operation you think we're running around here. 0-2, there he goes. He's taking off, and there's no throw. A century steal of second base. Ball 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's the second century steal of the game. Rylan Moses had one in the 4th. Hill is now, let's see what we got. Got him 10 for 12. Ooh, big hop at second. Lynn may have balked and it wasn't called. I'm about 150 feet away, so I sure can't call it. Wayne Seeley's about 40 feet away. He didn't call it. Looks like Wayne's adjusting his belt out there. Must have lost some weight during the game. 1-2 pitch. Stays inside. It was a close pitch. I got a full count. Do you have a full count? Oh, my gosh. Get some of that money back. Are you playing a game on your – oh, never get out of bed without a good excuse. Your dad's a good one. My dad was texting me. Full Count Ministries, full count. Bryson Hamilton grounds one foul. Jonas Smithson, the third base coach. He doesn't try for that one. Nick Krupp working it down in the first base coach's box. He's staying right where he's supposed to be. Hamilton draws the walk. And 2 on, and that will draw a visit. Is there activity down the right field line? I don't see any rotors' heads down there. J.D. Willis has the slowest walk from the dugout. Oh, he's made a call. So apparently there is somebody. He must be short down the right field line. We're going to have a new pitcher for the Rotors. We will take a break, tell you who that new pitcher is as soon as we find out his number. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm!
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Railroaders. Another right-hander, Troy Jocelyn from Michael Winder's Jackson State Green Jays. He's from Jackson, Tennessee. It's where Jackson State is located. So Michael Winders, the head coach, on Tuesday and Wednesday at the TBCA Showcase. As Jocelyn will come into the ball game with 2 runners on and nobody out. And it's all but assured a 3-run homer is going to come up off of the bat of Edward McLeod. We have yard cards by Hudson Separulo and Ava Dorn, who is calling yard card. Edward McLeod has yet to hit a big fly. This is number one right here, Ava says. Breaking pitch is upstairs. Big hop out at second base by Kason Hill, who walked, stole second. He could have just waited. Bryson Hamilton ended up walking, and there's a huge lead. Do not swing the bat. They're going to go backside, and the throw is high. That's a double steal. Kason Hill was almost on third base by the time we got a pinch runner for Bryson Hamilton. Okay. So Dickinson, the pinch runner for Hamilton. Dickinson picks up the century steal of second. So Hill with a couple. Whoops. And now the Rotors defense has the pressure on him. And now a 3-ball no-strike count, which is not so bad. You just go ahead and walk McLeod and deal with Charlie Bozeman on deck. It sets up the force at the plate. 4-pitch walk to McLeod. He's not going to hit a 3-run homer. Let's get the 4 balls up there.
Now batting, left fielder, number 20, Charlie Bozeman.
Bozeman hit 5 home runs a year ago for Full Count. He hit 2 in a game at Henderson. I'm going to go yard card right here with Charlie Bozeman. It'd be a grand salami. Charlie, a couple of doubles yesterday. He's over 2, was hit by a pitch last time, so he's going to be a little irritated. He's going to take it out on that baseball with the old hickory steel press bat. Stay put, Kason Hill. Oh, we have the old charge. There we go. Chris Freeman all over it right now. Our public address announcer this year, Chris Freeman, he's a professional. That's well head out to right field. Back goes Lott. He is under it, makes the catch. Heading to third. Dickinson to throw, cut off by Kuhn. I lose my yard card, but Charlie Bozeman picks up his 3rd sack fly and a Country Financial Zach Williams insurance run driven in. That's the first out of the 8th. And we'll have another pinch runner.
Now batting, right fielder number 34, Nathan Rowland.
So pinch running is Gabe Jenkins at first base.
Pinch running number 11, Gabe Jenkins at first base.
So runners at the corners. Runner from first takes off, and a ground ball to first. It's a fair ball. That was not what Nathan Rowland was hoping was going to happen. I'm not sure if he was trying to hit and run there or what, but he grounds out. The base probably is going to be stolen. And 2 outs as Rowland grounds out 3 unassisted for out number 2. And Jay Fuller coming to the plate, looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 3. Rhythm now lead 2-0 and have 2 more in scoring position. 2 more Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs sitting out there. Fuller takes a called strike on the outside corner. So Sepp, like me, went to Charlie Bozeman for the yard card. And ours go bye-bye. But we did drive in a run, Hudson. Bozeman leads the club with, that's his 4th sacrifice fly. He had a walk-off sac fly earlier in the year. Hoping not to need a walk-off hit tonight. Fuller down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Troy Jocelyn trying to wiggle off the hook. It's a hard shot to second. Owen Phillips reaches out, snags that, and throws to Kaufman to end the inning. 1 run. None hits. None hits. No errors. There were 3 walks. And then the sac fly. 2 runners left on base. We're headed to the 9th. Full count with a 2-0 lead. Looking to see if they can finish this one off. We will be right back to see the exciting conclusion here. Game number 19 to see if Full Count can get double-digit wins. You're listening and watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Corbin Craver out. See if he can nail this one down. Get the save. 5'9", 165-pound left-hander. He's a rising redshirt freshman at Walters State over in Morristown. From Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Went to Green Hill High School. Was a special education major. Son of Christopher and Stephanie Craver, brother to Hudson. Grandson of Grandpa and Nana in Orlando, Florida. Grandpa and Grammy are in Dunlap, Tennessee. He will face 3, 4, and 5 here in the top of the 9th. And apparently does not like the number 17. Gets Nick Causey off the plate for ball 1. New catcher is Jackson Zeller. Craver's now gone a little farther inside. And Gabe Jenkins is the new first baseman. Dickinson came to run for the catcher Bryson Hamilton, so he's not going to come in and catch. It's Jackson Zeller's the feller. 3-0 pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. Causey's 1 for 3. Craver's 5th appearance of the year for Full Count. It's a chopper to the right side. Jenkins, the ball will find you when you come into a ball game, and he grabs that easy hopper and steps on the base for out number 1. Rhythm trying to go to 10-9 and then stay above 500. This late in a season, this is the worst record for Full Count in the Ohio Valley League. Is that pitch misses wide. Trent Miller is the pitcher of record. Craver looking for his first save. And he's gone 2-0 to the first 2 batters he's faced. Zaid Diaz, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. That's right down Broadway. Diaz taking all the way. Craver with a 4.15 ERA. in his 4 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs that were earned, has walked 6. Just missed with that. And has plunked 1 batter. Boomer Sooner. Popped up on the left side. This should be playable. Bozeman over in foul territory. And he makes the catch from context clues for out number 2. And the Rotors down to their last out. That'll be Ellis Hurt, who's 0 for 3. Craver trying to pick up the save, delivers a called strike to Hurt. Got started about 7:32, so we're about 2.5 hours into this one. Ground ball to short. Rogers gloves. And the throw, this one belongs to the Rhythm. Nice job by Craver. Great defensive night for Full Count. And the first shutout of the year. Winning pitcher is Trent Miller. He moves to 1-0 on the season. Losing pitcher is Brady Davis. I don't know his record. Give the first save of the year to Corbin Craver, as we will make this one go final. Ava gone. She don't stick around. She does not stick around. 2-0. Full Count gets the win. Only 5 hits for the Rhythm. No runs, 2 hits for Fulton. A game that takes 2 hours and 23 minutes. Rhythm moved to 10-9. Fulton falls to 5-14 on the season. Full Count. And the entire OVL will be off tomorrow. Then Full Count will be on the road on Wednesday. And I'm planning on going to Henderson. We want to get a good home broadcast on the road for that game. And Henderson won again tonight. 11-game winning streak for Henderson. So the Rhythm going to see if they can shut that winning streak down at 11. And our Full Count Ministries verses of the game before we get to our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Verses provided by Julie Sweeney, mother of Ryan Sweeney, and it is out of Mark, the 4th chapter, verses 23 through 25. It says, if anyone has ears to hear, let them hear. Consider carefully what you hear. With the measure you use, it will be measured to you, and even more. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever does not have, even what they have, will be taken from them. Hard to understand passage right there, but it is a memorable verse in the Gospel of Mark. And if you have Jesus, it's all you need anyway. So just take Jesus wherever you go. Thank you, Julie, for another great set of verses there out of God's Word. Our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, it is going to be Trenton Miller. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. He faced 19, picked up his first victory of the year, and it was not a complete game shutout, but he teamed up with Jack Smith, who goes 2 innings, no hits. Chase Clater went an inning, no hits, no runs. Corbin Craver polished it off with a 1-2-3 ninth. You really could go the entire pitching staff. Trent Miller will go 1, and then we'll go 2A, B, and C. Jack Smith, Chase Clater, and Corbin Craver. Craver picks up the save. And as I said, a game that takes 2 hours and 23 minutes. Got started late because of bus issues for Fulton. Prayers for safe travels back home to Fulton, Kentucky. And it will be a while before we see the Rotors again. The Rhythm moved to 4-1 on the season over Fulton. And that'll do it for from Drakes Creek. Great to get back on the microphone and great to have you all watching and listening and sending in texts or chats, as it were. Let's see. Didn't miss any emails that I know of. Nothing showing there. Hudson Separulo has already posted in the group me. He is all over it. He's there for the boys. Rhythm get it done. Their first shutout of the year, 2-0 over the Fulton Railroaders. For general manager and head coach Josh Carman. And for the rest of the Rhythm section up here in the press box, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you and thank you for watching another exciting edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network. We will talk to you, Lord willing, on Wednesday from Henderson. Good night, everybody.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast.